Alright guys, I'm back with my review of this week's WWE Friday Night Smackdown for January 25th, 2013. And I actually thought this was a pretty good show here. Well, it was better than usual, I guess I should say. The promo with Rock and Punk wasn't really impressive. Nothing really spectacular here. I did like the main event. Even if it was just another random tag match, at least they had the elimination stip. And Barrett versus Sheamus was pretty good. So I think this was definitely a better SmackDown than we're used to getting. So that's an improvement. But when you have The Rock on the show, and it's the last show before the Royal Rumble, one of the big shows, and this is the best you can do, it's still kind of lacking. It's still disappointing. And even though it was definitely an improvement, that's just my opinion. I honestly think they didn't really go as far out as they could have with a show like this, and I don't know. I mean, SmackDown's definitely not a priority for WWE for some reason, and this shows. So it starts off with Team Hell No. They come out, and Kane says they haven't gone soft. They will beat Rhodes Scholars, and then he will win the Rumble. So, of course, they start arguing back and forth about who's going to win the Royal Rumble, and Big Show comes out, says he will beat Del Rio, and if Daniel Bryan or Kane wins, it's going to be suicide since they will have to face him at WrestleMania, unless they wanted to go after the WWE title. And he says he will squish them if they don't leave. Kane says, "We are not going anywhere." And Rhodes Scholars come out, says Team Hell No will be destroyed Sunday and shouldn't underestimate them. And Sandow wants to form an alliance with the Big Show since they will all be champions next week. And they should destroy Team Hell No. So Del Rio runs out and Booker makes it a tag match, elimination tag match, because that's what we do here on SmackDown. We fight. I was thinking that's a JBL line, and sure enough, as soon as he said that, JBL said, "That's right." So Del Rio winks and blows kisses at Big Show again. Sheamus versus Barrett. The English versus the Irish. Now, before I talk about this match, which actually, you know what, there's not much to it. Sheamus hits White Noise and the Bro Kick for the win. That was pretty much it. But I like JBL. In fact, when he came back as a guest commentator, I said many times they need to put this guy in SmackDown. He can improve the show. And I still think he's doing a good job. But my God, get this guy some new material. I mean, he said the English versus the Irish thing a ton of times. He said it again here, but that's not nearly the worst offense as far as overused material goes. In fact, I wrote a few down that he usually says. Black helicopters and conspiracy theories. He loves to use this one whenever someone disagrees with him. If you could go in a lab and create the perfect superstar, it would look like Randy Orton. That's another one he always says. Surprisingly, he didn't use that tonight, but it's probably because the Orton match was so short. We fight here. That's what we do. And the worst offender, I'm a dollar with a dime. And like I said, I'm a fan of JBL. I don't want him to be taken off of commentary. He just needs some new material. Because he's been there for a while now, and I have heard this stuff over and over again. It's so predictable. So, Natalya versus Rosa with Kali, Hornswoggle, Primo, and Epico on commentary. This was crazy. Rosa taps to the sharpshooter. Punk and Heyman come out. Punk talks about the stipulation where he can be stripped of the title if the Shield gets involved in his match. And Vince is just trying to steal his title, so he calls out the Shield. He's got a chair, like he has to defend himself, and he tells them that he never asked them to attack Ryback or The Rock. He wants them to stay out of his way, and it would be a real injustice if he loses the title because of them. The Shield looks at him, and they leave. So Punk says he's the greatest of all time. The Rock comes out. Rock says he thinks Punk is working with the Shield, but it doesn't matter because he's going to put his boot in his candy ass, and he's going to give him the rock bottom and beat him. Pretty simple. McIntyre versus Randy Orton. I did like JBL's line about how this is what would happen if the Mean Street Posse ended up in a karaoke bar. I did like that. Really short match. Jinder gets involved. So not only does Randy Orton win the match, he makes them all look bad. He RKOs Jinder Mahal. He gets ready to hit the drop down DDT on McIntyre. And I'm like, where the hell is Heath Slater? Run in and stop this. But he doesn't until after Orton hits the move. And then Orton RKOs the both of them. So Miz versus Darren Young with Cesaro on commentary. Darren taps to the figure 4. Team Hell No and Del Rio versus Rhodes Scholars and Big Show. Kane eliminates Sandow with a choke slam. Big Show hits Kane on the outside with the KO punch. Kane gets eliminated by countout. Big Show does the same exact thing to Daniel Bryan. Punches him, he falls out of the ring, counted out. And Big Show steps over the top rope. Del Rio kicks it and then kicks him in the head. Big Show gets eliminated by countout. And then Del Rio beats Cody Rhodes with a kick to the head, winning the match. Afterwards, Big Show spears Del Rio. He hits him with the KO punch, pushes the announce table on top of him, and he counts to 10 in English and then again in Spanish. And that's how the show ended. I like the way it ended with Big Show looking strong, but you know he's not going to win at the pay-per-view, so Del Rio's just going to get his revenge back. But I did like the ending here. I thought it was a pretty good main event. But yeah, average show, nothing spectacular here. I mean, yeah, there's no reason to watch this one, I have to say. If you typically skip SmackDown, there's no reason to check this one out. The Rock Punk promo, you saw it on Raw pretty much, and unless you really care about Del Rio versus Big Show, there's really nothing of note here. So anyways, that's my review of this week's SmackDown. Hope you guys liked the video. Leave your thoughts on this week's show in the comments, and thanks for watching.